teeth are part of the bones. Well, they are bones. So the same thing applies to the teeth as applies to all the bones in your body.
Teeth are essential for chewing, speaking, and smiling. But when they aren't properly cared for, problems like plaque, cavities, and gingivitis can arise. Teeth can easily get damaged by bacteria and poor oral hygiene, leading to costly dental treatments. However, research shows that following simple natural habits can improve your dental health and even prevent these issues. So how can you keep your teeth and gums healthy without relying on expensive treatments? What are the best natural ways to fight plaque, cavities, and gingivitis? Well, keep watching because this video will show you some simple, effective methods to naturally improve your dental health. Stay tuned until the end because at the end of the video, I will reveal some of the best herbal remedies for plaque, cavities, and gingivitis. Before we begin, take a moment to comment below and let us know where you're watching from. Also, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Let's jump into it.
Holistic Dental is a book written by Nadine Artemis. And Nadine Artemis, she presents some fascinating things. She looks pretty much at what I've looked at here, but she goes a little bit further with the teeth, which are the only exposed bone in our body, and they should not be deteriorating. And if they do have a little decay, they have the ability to heal themselves, as every other body tissue does. So why aren't they healing? Maybe they haven't been given the right times, or they have not been given the right conditions. And she calls these two superfluids. So what are your two superfluids? And these two superfluids are constantly bathing the teeth and nourishing the teeth. One is the internal. So the internal fluid would be your blood and your lymph. And remember what the lymph does, it sweeps away waste from the tissues. And remember what the blood does, it comes along with the nutrition, it comes along with the oxygen, it comes along with the water, the white blood cells. So this internal fluid is bathing from the inside. And your external fluid is your saliva. Now both the internal fluid and the external fluid, their quality is totally dependent on fresh air, sunshine, not taking anything in that will harm it, going to bed early, exercising every day, having a nourishing diet, having food that has the quality, the ingredients to build a healthy body, drinking adequate water. If you don't drink adequate water, that saliva does not have the ability to bathe, soothe, nourish and heal.
When these two superfluids, your internal fluid, blood and lymph, and external fluid, saliva, are functioning well, they help keep your teeth strong and support healing. Blood delivers nutrients, oxygen and immune cells that are necessary for tissue repair. Lymph removes waste and helps fight off infections. When this system is working properly, it creates the ideal internal environment for your teeth to stay healthy and resist decay. Saliva, your external fluid, plays a major role too. It neutralizes acids in the mouth, washes away food particles, and contains enzymes and minerals like calcium and phosphate that help rebuild enamel. Saliva also carries antimicrobial agents that control bacteria growth. If your saliva is strong and healthy, it can slow down or even reverse early stages of tooth decay. But for these superfluids to be effective, they need the right support. That's where your lifestyle comes in. Fresh air and sunshine boost your immune system and vitamin D levels, which support calcium absorption. Sleep allows your body to repair itself. Daily exercise improves circulation, which helps your blood and lymph move efficiently throughout your body, including your gums and jawbone. Your diet is also a key factor. Eating foods rich in vitamins and minerals supports both your internal and external fluids. For example, leafy greens are full of calcium and magnesium, which strengthen your teeth and bones. Vitamin C from fruits like oranges or kiwis supports gum health and collagen production. Fermented foods and bone broth provide minerals and support gut health, which is directly tied to immune function.
Do you know that every tooth is connected to different parts of your body? So if that tooth has a root canal, you can actually develop a problem in the part of the body that that's connected to. I thought, what an amazing body we live in. It's all connected. But how important to look after your teeth. Chew crunchy apples every day. Make sure you're well nourished because those bones are nourished by the food we're eating. Make sure you drink lots of water. Make sure you go to bed early. Make sure you exercise every day. And look after those teeth.
Water is another essential piece. Without enough hydration, your body can't produce high-quality saliva. Dehydration leads to dry mouth, which increases the risk of tooth decay and gum disease. Drinking clean water throughout the day helps your saliva do its job, protecting, cleansing, and rebuilding. When you put all of this together, healthy blood flow, strong lymphatic movement, high-quality saliva, and supportive lifestyle habits, your teeth can stay strong for life. They can resist damage and even heal from minor decay. Instead of just reacting to problems like cavities or gum disease, this approach supports the body's natural ability to maintain and restore dental health.
And also trust in divine power. Why trust in divine power? Trust in divine power takes into consideration stress, takes into consideration the spiritual, emotional, and mental aspects of disease. Stress inhibits healing. Stress, worry, anxiety interrupts with all body processes, and I think that's not a surprise to anyone. So we need to be sure that our internal and external fluids are of the top quality to allow our teeth to heal. But something else that is causing teeth to deteriorate, and that is food caught between the teeth. As one dentist said, only floss the teeth that you want to keep. And I'm going to take your minds way, way back to another lecture where I talk about the true cause of disease. And remember I talked about whenever damage happens, our own microorganisms can change into bacteria and become the cleanup team. Well, when food is caught between the teeth, it basically starts to rot. So what happens then is what causes it to rot is in that moist environment, you've got so many microbes in your mouth, they're coming along to clean it up. And as the bacteria and the yeast start to break down that food between the teeth, they give off a waste, and that waste has the ability to start eating away at the enamel on the teeth.
When waste products from bacteria and yeast build up around food stuck between your teeth, they create an acidic environment. These acids slowly begin to dissolve the enamel, the hard, protective outer layer of your teeth. Once the enamel breaks down, your teeth become vulnerable. They no longer have the shield that protects them from temperature changes, physical wear, or harmful bacteria. This process can happen without pain at first. Many people don't realize there's a problem until they start to feel sensitivity or discomfort. By that time, the decay has often reached the deeper layers of the tooth, including the dentin and sometimes even the pulp, which contains the nerves and blood vessels. At this stage, the damage becomes more serious, and the tooth can become infected or even die if it's not treated. But it doesn't stop there. The bacteria and waste materials don't only affect the tooth they're in contact with. If the infection spreads to the gum tissue, it can lead to inflammation and eventually gum disease. Gums may become swollen, red, and bleed during brushing. If left untreated, gum disease can lead to receding gums, which expose the roots of the teeth and make them even more vulnerable to damage and decay. As the infection goes deeper, it can affect the ligaments and bone that hold the teeth in place. Once the bone starts to break down, teeth can become loose and may even fall out. This is how something as simple as not flossing or cleaning between the teeth can lead to major dental issues over time. On top of that, the mouth is a gateway to the rest of the body. Harmful bacteria from the mouth can enter the bloodstream and contribute to problems in other areas, such as the heart or joints. That's why keeping your teeth clean isn't just about avoiding cavities, it's about protecting your overall health. The solution is regular and thorough cleaning between the teeth using floss, interdental brushes, or water flossers. Combined with a healthy diet, plenty of water, and strong internal and external fluids, this can stop decay before it starts. Paying attention to what's happening between your teeth could save you from pain, infection, and even tooth loss.
So make sure after every meal you rinse your mouth. Rinse your mouth very well. You can rinse it with seawater. You can rinse it with a mixture of sodium bicarbonate water and floss those teeth. Keep them clean. Wow, won't we save a fortune not having to go to the dentist because you're keeping your teeth clean, especially before you go to sleep at night, because by morning, wow, those microorganisms have had a party in there. And they've been able to have a lot of food in between those teeth, and they also have the ability to damage those the dentine that covers the teeth. So very important to rinse, very important to floss. In fact, both of these are even more important than cleaning with a toothbrush, but also oil pull. What's oil pulling? So oil pulling is using coconut oil. It's putting the oil in your mouth and it's swishing. You swish, swish. You might swish for 10, rest for 10. Swish for 10 seconds, rest for 10 seconds. It's called oil pulling because it can pull waste out of the tongue. It can pull waste out of the glands under the tongue. It can pull waste out of the blood vessels under the tongue, and then you release that oil out on the grass. Don't release it down the plug hole or you'll plug up your plumbing. And take some water with you and rinse again and release that out.
Oil pulling is a simple and natural way to clean your teeth and improve oral health. It involves swishing oil, usually coconut, sesame, or sunflower oil, in your mouth for about 10 to 20 minutes and then spitting it out. This practice has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine, and today many people use it as a way to reduce harmful bacteria, freshen breath, and support healthy gums. When you swish oil around your mouth, it gets into every small space, between teeth, along the gum line, and around the tongue. The oil acts like a cleanser. It pulls out toxins, food particles, and bacteria. These harmful microbes stick to the oil, and when you spit the oil out, you're removing them from your mouth. This can reduce the number of bad bacteria, which are the same ones that cause plaque, cavities, and gum disease. Coconut oil is the most popular choice because it contains lauric acid, which has strong antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Lauric acid helps to kill the bacteria that cause tooth decay and also reduces inflammation in the gums. By lowering inflammation, oil pulling may help soothe swollen or bleeding gums and support tissue healing. Another benefit of oil pulling is that it helps prevent plaque buildup. Plaque is a sticky film of bacteria that forms on teeth and gums. If it's not removed, it hardens into tartar, which can only be taken off by a dentist. Regular oil pulling helps reduce this buildup, keeping your teeth smooth and clean. Many people also report that their teeth feel cleaner and look whiter after a few weeks of oil pulling, likely because it removes surface stains caused by food or drinks. Oil pulling also stimulates saliva production. Saliva is one of your body's natural tools to clean your mouth and protect your teeth. More saliva means better defense against decay and bad breath. Speaking of breath, oil pulling helps reduce odor-causing bacteria on the tongue and gums, leaving your mouth feeling fresher. To try it, take 1 tablespoon of oil and swish it around your mouth gently. Don't swallow it. After 10 to 20 minutes, spit it out into the trash, not the sink, since oil can clog pipes. Rinse your mouth with warm water and brush your teeth as usual. Done regularly, oil pulling can be a helpful addition to your dental care routine.
Teeth should not be deteriorating, and It's expensive business, dentistry, isn't it? And remember, if you have a little bit of decay, then it's important that you rinse and floss after every meal, that you oil pull maybe a couple of times a day. Just be mindful that keeping that mouth clean will prevent tooth decay and also encourage tooth healing. But the healing of the tooth comes from the superfluids, the internal blood and lymph and the external fluid. And again, their quality is totally dependent on the food you're eating, how much you're drinking, going to bed early. So all of these things. Sugar is one of the worst, because you know what sugar does? It just feeds all those little microbes that are breaking down the things that are caught between your teeth. So those sugary drinks are particularly damaging to the teeth. One of the best things to eat is an apple. Your teeth and your mouth need crunchy things. So with a refined diet today, there's hardly any crunch, have you noticed? But apples require you to crunch, and when you crunch, that is strengthening the teeth, it is strengthening the jaws, it is strengthening the gums. No wonder the old saying says an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Now let's discuss herbal remedies for cavities, plaque and gingivitis. These conditions are usually caused by the buildup of harmful bacteria, poor oral hygiene and diet. However, many herbs contain natural compounds that help fight bacteria, reduce inflammation, strengthen gums and support the body's healing process. One of the most well-known herbs for oral health is clove. Clove contains eugenol, a natural anesthetic and antibacterial compound. It helps reduce pain from cavities and also kills the bacteria that lead to plaque and gingivitis. You can apply clove oil directly to a painful tooth or make a rinse by boiling whole cloves in water and swishing the cooled liquid in your mouth. Neem is another powerful herb that has been used in India for centuries for dental care. The twigs of the neem tree were traditionally used as natural toothbrushes. Neem has antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-inflammatory properties. It can help reduce the bacteria that cause plaque and gingivitis while supporting the health of your gums. You can use neem powder to brush your teeth or look for toothpaste and mouthwash that include neem extract. Licorice root, especially the variety known as Glycyrrhiza inflata, contains antibacterial compounds that target cavity-causing bacteria like Streptococcus mutans. Research shows that chewing on dried licorice root sticks or using products with licorice extract can help lower the risk of cavities. It also helps soothe irritated gums and reduce inflammation, making it useful for gingivitis. Another helpful herb is myrrh. It is a resin obtained from the bark of certain trees and has strong antiseptic and anti-inflammatory effects. Myrrh helps fight infection and supports gum tissue repair. You can make a rinse by adding a few drops of myrrh tincture to water and using it like mouthwash. Myrrh can also be applied directly to sore or inflamed areas of the gums. Sage is commonly used to reduce bacteria in the mouth and soothe gum inflammation. You can prepare sage tea, let it cool, and use it as a mouth rinse. It helps with bad breath, reduces swelling, and promotes healing of gum tissue. Another herb that works well is thyme. It has antibacterial properties and helps protect against oral pathogens. Thyme oil can be diluted in water and used as a rinse or added to homemade toothpaste. Green tea is rich in antioxidants, especially catechins, which help reduce inflammation and control bacterial growth. Drinking green tea or using it as a mouth rinse can lower your risk of gum disease and cavities. Calendula is also helpful for oral health. It has healing properties and is often used to soothe sore gums and reduce plaque buildup. When used regularly, these herbal remedies can support oral hygiene and reduce the risk of common problems like cavities, plaque, and gingivitis. However, they work best when combined with good dental habits like brushing, flossing, oil pulling, and a nourishing diet. These natural tools offer a gentle yet effective way to keep your teeth and gums healthy. With the right habits and herbal remedies, you can protect your teeth and gums naturally. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more simple and effective health tips.